It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield Greene County Park Board, Kitchen Land USA, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Forhetz. Hello, everyone. Not Ethan and Sarah this morning. They are off today. So you've got me, Grace, the brand manager, and I have my friend, the jack of all trades over here. He is our video producer, Blasky. He also is the brand manager and a fellow DJ of mine on 105.1 The Bull. As you can see, if you're watching the video version, he's in the studio right now, bright and early. So Thank you, Blasky, for helping me today.
Not a problem. Happy to be here.
All right, let's get into it. There was a fire on the north side of Springfield yesterday morning. 911 dispatchers received several calls around 5:45 a.m. to the intersection of Kansas and Kearney. When firefighters arrived, they found the building at BC Auto Sales on fire. And the last time I was able to check out this story, there were no reports on anyone being hurt, and also the cause of the fire was under investigation.
Well, it looks like Springfield's old Party City didn't stay empty for too long. It does look like a Utah-based company called Ozarks has moved in and is now open on South Campbell. Now, they had a soft launch back on March 28th, and they got a grand opening on the way here pretty soon. And here's the cool part is that the Springfield Ozarks is actually staffed by many of the old Party City employees. So they're going to know the store, they're going to know the customers. So I think the transition is going to go pretty smooth over there. So they carry similar party supplies, balloons, birthday things, wedding decor. So, but they're going to have a few more specialty items in there as well, like bulk candy, sodas, and even costumes as well. So if you got a party coming up and you're kind of wondering where to get decorations, Ozarks is going to be ready to go here very soon.
That's awesome. I know a lot of people were looking for their party supply place because a lot of us depended on Party City. So that is awesome that they're open right now. If you need them right now, they are already open. Springfield is offering landfill tours, and it's not just for fun. There's a bigger meaning here. So if you're familiar with the north side of town, Noble Hill Landfill is just north of town, and it takes over 1,200 tons of trash every day. And now adults can tour it to see where all of that waste ends up. The goal is to open people's eyes. Seeing that mountain of trash in person is meant to make you think twice before you just throw things away. City leaders are hoping that it sparks change, less tossing, more recycling, and repurposing. It's only for those 18 and older, these tours, because they really want this real conversation to happen of like, okay, let's look at the future. So you start, if you do take one of these tours, you start at the Environmental Services Building, and then you head to that site that's near Willard. The craziest and most eye-opening part about this is they were talking about how when you take this tour, you see the giant pile of trash, but then also there's the contrast of like the wildlife and the beauty of that side of it. And so you literally get this feeling of like, wow, look at this beautiful side of nature. And then also all my trash. So they're really hoping that this will open people's eyes and that people will want to take the tour. The upcoming tours that they have, they're going to do one this coming Tuesday on Earth Day, the 22nd. And then there's also one scheduled for Wednesday, April 30th. Spots are limited, and you can register online at springfieldmo.gov/landfill if you are interested.
I think this is a really great idea, honestly. So I think a lot of people that just gives that perspective that you typically wouldn't be able to just get, when you just throw out a couple bags of trash, that's one thing, but that gives you a little bit more perspective. So this is great.
Definitely.
Well, it does look like the Springfield Cardinals are running it back. Looks like after the rain washout last week, it is opening week 2.0 at Hammons Field. So there's going to be a lot of festivities that have already taken place, but here's what's going to come up this weekend. You got this Friday. It's going to be kicking off everything with a big firework night this Friday night. So that's going to be happening right after the game. Always a fan favorite. There is I have an opportunity to grab a theme ticket and get a Donate Life hat, courtesy of Mid-American Transplant. It is a great way to support a great cause and get some pretty cool merch at the same time. Now, the gates are going to open up at 5:35, and the first pitch is going out at 6:35. Now, coming up here this weekend, starting with Saturday, it's going to be a doubleheader. Now, it is going to be the first split scheduled doubleheader for the season. Now, there is a special deal that's going to be with this. You can buy one game and get the second half off, which is perfect to just make it the whole day. Hopefully the weather will hold up for that game. Now, it does look like the gates are going to open up for that first game at 12:05. First pitch going out at 1:05. Game 2, gates going to open up at 5:05, and first pitch for that is at 6:05. Now, heads up, you will need separate tickets for each game, and the stadium will clear out in between the games. So if you missed out on last week's or just want some more Cardinals baseball, this is the shot to get out there and have a great time and have all the fun you could possibly have at opening week this week.
Yeah, like this is their first double header I think they've had like that in recent memory. So that's really cool. And I really hope it doesn't get rained out because the whole point of doing the 2.0 was the rain last week. So I hope that everything goes without a hitch tonight and tomorrow. So
fingers crossed, but unfortunately, optimism isn't as strong as I like it. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we do love our Springfield Cardinals. We have an Around the Ozarks night, just a side note. We do that with them every year. And mark your calendars because this year's is going to be on Tuesday, July 1st. They do a really big thing like the week of 4th of July. So we always have a talent, too, that throws out the first pitch. So last year it was Sarah. And I think I'm going to vote for Joy this year. I think Joy Robertson should do it.
That's a good choice. Yeah, that'll be fun. I think I'm curious, though, if she will try to go all the way to the mound and then give it a shot. So she seems like the ambitious type. So
she is very ambitious. So I think she's going to go. She'll be in the outfield. Like, I can do it from here. It's like,
she's just going to launch that thing and just eat it from the back.
Exactly. All right. Sarah and Diana this week have given you guys many Easter festivities that are going on, including the sunrise service at Hammond's Field, the egg hunts at Rutledge Wilson Farm Park, and the Chesterfield Family Center. But I have quite a few more to tell you about since we're heading into the weekend. First up, the Nixa Parks and Rec annual Easter egg hunt actually has been rescheduled due to the weather. They were going to do it tomorrow, but now they are doing it tonight from 4:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Macaulay Park. It's a free event. There's face painting, inflatables, games, food trucks, and of course, the Easter Bunny. Hunting is going to be staggered by age range so that the littles have a chance first to get their eggs, which I have 2 boys that one of them's 1.5 and one of them's 4. If we let the 4-year-old do everything first, the 1.5-year-old would get nothing. So that's great. And then also something I thought was really cool with that is at 6 p.m. they're going to have a sensory friendly egg hunt. So if that's something that interests you and your family, that's going to be really cool. And also, speaking of all the weather, the Discovery Center has an indoor egg hunt that will be all day long tomorrow. You can search all day long. They're going to be like refilling it every hour, so you don't have to worry about getting there early, just all day at the Discovery Center. You can trade your eggs in for prizes and learn a little bit of science as you explore their 6 combined floors at this indoor Easter egg hunt. And it's free with general admission. So if you get a ticket to go to the Discovery Center, you can participate in the egg hunt for free. And then also Sunday, we got some things going on Sunday. There is an Easter brunch from Simply Delicious Catering. It's at the Diamond Room in Springfield. They have a delicious spread of multiple buffets where you'll find something for everyone. This is a reservation-only event. They have 2 seatings, 10:30 a.m. and 12:30. Reservations close today at noon. So if you want to go to that Easter brunch with Simply Delicious, make sure you call them at 417-766-2946 if you'd like to go. And then lastly, the roundup for our Easter things, another indoor one on Sunday. Wonders of Wildlife is going to have the great egg scavenger hunt throughout the aquarium, which this one is really, really cool. They're going to have little hidden egg shapes scattered throughout the aquarium. And if you download the Mission Conservation app, you can scan them. And if you collect all 10 of them, you'll get a little extra prize at the end. So,
that sounds fun.
Yeah, it does sound really fun.
I would love that one. He loves the aquarium to boot. So
just in general,
yeah. That'll be a great family time. So
for sure. If you want to learn more about that one, you can go to their website, wondersofwildlife.org/events, and it's free for all the children with general admission. So you still got to pay to get in, but then that part is free. And we have all of these listed at aroundtheozark.com. So aroundtheozarks.com. Geez, sorry. We have all of our events there. So if you want to know even more things that are happening this weekend, you can check that out at our website.
Well, I got a few events here that are not Easter related, but if you are an Elvis fan and looking for something to do coming up here in a couple of weeks, the 18th annual Branson Elvis Festival is going to be coming to the Pepsi Legends Theater, which is formerly known as the Dick Clark American Bandstand Theater. That is happening May 2nd through May 4th. Now, there's going to be various shows and meet and greets throughout the festival, as well as the Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist Contest. Now, this contest, it's kind of a special one because it is one of the select few tribute competitions that's actually sanctioned by the Elvis Presley Enterprise Incorporated. Didn't know that. Didn't know that was a thing. The fact that it is one of those select few. It's not going to be that just traditional Elvis show. I'm excited
it's
for it.
It's going to be a top-notch Elvis show.
I am looking forward to this so much. I'm excited for it. And if you're interested like I am, you can get your tickets over at BransonElvisFestival.com. So check that out. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, there's just going to be tons of Elvises everywhere. That really sounds honestly like a lot of fun. An Elvis competition.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So speaking of contests, we have a contest going on. Ethan and Sarah have done a great job of letting you guys know about it. The Ultimate Mower Giveaway. We are teaming up with Springfield's rock station Q102 and Sportsland pickup covers and trailer sales for the Ultimate Mower Giveaway. You can go to aroundtheozarks.com to enter, and what the prize is, it's crazy. It's a Ferris zero-turn mower that's valued at nearly $5,000. Like,
man.
That's a lot of money. That's a good mower.
Because we can't ever win any of these prizes. And
I
it's
know.
always the things that I need. I need that at my house right now.
I would love to have this mower, but we're not allowed to win it.
Never. But everybody else can, so check it out.
Yes, check it out. The way that this is going to work, we're going to pick 5 qualifiers every week. So today, 5 more will be picked, and you'll get an email. That's how you'll know. And then all of our qualifiers will meet in person for the giveaway at Sportsland on Friday, May 2nd. And then we will have a reverse drawing to choose who the winner is. So basically, we pick up all the names out of a hat, and the last one standing is the winner. And you must be 18 years or older to win. And
well, speaking of other prizes that we can't win, but it's going to be awesome for your summer coming up here this summer. 105.1 The Bull and Ignite the Grills and more want to ignite your summer by giving you a Primo Oval XL Charcoal all-in-one grill that is valued at over $2,000. It is from Ignite the Grill Store and More down in Branson West. And the way you win is that you listen in every single weekday right around 7 a.m., noon, and at 4 o'clock. During those times, you're going to hear the Ignite Your Summer code word. When you hear it, text it back to us at 417-863-1051. That is going to get you qualified in. But the more text words you text back to us, the better your odds are becoming one of our finalists and joining us coming up here Saturday, May the 10th, when we're going to be down at Ignite the Grills and more. And that is when we're going to be giving away this beautiful, beautiful grill. I cannot stress how awesome this is. I got a chance to see it live and in person yesterday. And again, I'm jealous because it's something that I really want at my house, but they keep telling me I can't win. So
we can't win it.
Get signed up. Listen to the way you win is, again, listen for those code words. That's going to get you qualified. Again, they're at 7, noon, and 4. Text them back to us so that way you can possibly win this awesome grill coming up here this summer. More details and check out the grill for yourself over at thebull1051.com.
Yes, I love it. We have really good contests going on right now, really big prizes. And yeah, between Around the Ozarks and our stations, it's awesome. So thank you, Blasky, for joining me this morning. I appreciate it. And you guys will have Ethan and Sarah back on Monday. So till Monday, we'll see you later. Have a good weekend.
See ya.
It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by John's Heating and Air, Command Family Medicine, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Friday. It is April 18th, and I wish I had some better weekend weather to deliver to you, but unfortunately, we are going to be dealing with rain and storms for much of the weekend. Forecast, the all-important Easter forecast, looks soggy. at this point. We have a lot of dry time today during the daylight hours, and it is going to be a rather warm day in the Ozarks with high temperatures managing to climb into the low 80s. A good deal of sunshine is also in my forecast today, so we will dive right in. It's not until this evening and later tonight that we see strong storms return to the forecast. A few of those storms could carry severe weather too, the main threats being large damaging hail and high winds. There's also the potential, though, for really heavy downpours, and that has already prompted a flood watch to go into effect tonight and last pretty much through the entire weekend. It's rain and storms for the entire area late this evening, I think after sunset and lasting through the overnight hours. We're going to hold on to rain chances for a good portion of the day on Saturday. There's also a chance for some strong storms on Saturday as well. Best chance for that is going to be south of I-44 on Saturday. By Sunday, it's looking like the strong storms will be isolated to the eastern Ozarks. The big point here is that all weekend long, the atmosphere conducive for scattered strong to severe thunderstorms, including heavy downpours, which may result in flooding. You know the ground is saturated. We just totally wiped the drought conditions out a few weeks ago. We are going to see fast rises in rivers and streams. So if you're going to be near any area waterways, or if you live in a flood-prone spot or a place that was hard hit just 2 weeks ago, know that flooding is likely going to be an issue with those heavy downpours. We also have frequent lightning, lots of hail in some of these storms, as well as damaging winds. Those are going to be the major threats. So outdoor activities, you got to have a backup plan. I think there are very small windows for outdoor plans this weekend. And we're also going to be dealing with cooler temperatures, so you may not even want to be outside. The excessive rainfall outlook for Saturday is basically a bullseye for the Ozarks. Several inches of rain possible, up to 2 in just one day is what's going to be possible. That's why the flood watch is already out. It goes into effect for the entire Ozarks starting this evening and lasts all the way through Easter Sunday. So travel could become very difficult, especially travel after dark. You don't want to run into any of those areas where water may be ponding on the roadways, where there's a flood and you just can't see it. Dangerous conditions possible to develop in the Ozarks this weekend. Several inches of rainfall are possible. I mentioned 2, 3, even potentially isolated places getting 4 inches of rain over the next 5 days. We do have cooler temperatures to join us too. Today, we're going to be in the low 80s. It'll be hot and breezy today. And then once the storms arrive, that's going to kick our temperatures back into the 60s for highs on Saturday. We will feel the cooler weather, even cooler up in central Missouri. And then numbers are still only near 70 on Sunday. So it's still warm despite the rainfall, but I think the rain is going to make it pretty soggy out there. Easter egg hunts may have to be indoors this weekend. By Monday, well, things dry out. So if you're off on holiday on Monday, looks like we'll have 70s and sunshine then. Wish we could move that for Saturday or Sunday, don't you? Yeah, I don't have that power. I wish I did. Around the country, what's making headlines? It's a spring snowstorm producing heavy snow and strong winds across much of the Rockies. So they are not having very spring-like weather either out west. We have critical fire weather taking shape across much of the country for the central and southern high plains. And then the severe weather threat and heavy rain is going to top the national news headlines all the way through the weekend, with much of the central United States seeing heavy rain and flooding, on top, of course, what already happened just a few weeks ago. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. What is the name of the process that creates the hard outer shell of a jelly bean while preserving the gooey center? Do you think it's A, hardening, B, curing, C, crusting, or D, panning? Well, I referenced the how it's made. And if you have seen that, it is D, panning. That's what makes those jelly beans delicious and gooey on the inside, crunchy and hard candy on the outside. A unique flavor, many of which will be consumed this weekend. All right, here's the next question for you. I'll have the answer on Monday. What is the most popular Easter candy in the United States? Do you think it is A, jelly beans, B, marshmallow peeps, C, chocolate bunnies, or D, Cadbury cream eggs? A lot of good ones on this list. What do you think it is? Jelly beans, Peeps, bunnies, or cream eggs? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. I hope everyone has a fantastic and safe weekend. I know we may need to alter plans. That may not be your favorite thing, but I want everybody to use caution. Watch out for too much water and the severe storms this weekend. We'll be back to chat again early on Monday. Have a great weekend and happy Easter.